went into engineering, graduated as an engineer, didn't know much about engineering, so I took a job at a nuclear power plant, and that allowed me to learn from other people. And a big piece of that was every 18 months we would shut down the plant, and that's when we would do all the work. And the rest of the year you would operate. And so I would go into the plant and have to work with welders and fitters and former all of the folks who did the real work. And I was the new engineer supposed to sign off on their work, but those guys had done it for 30, 40, 50 years, some of them, and they knew what to do. So that was my first time to work with, we'll call it a blacksmith, right? So somebody who's doing physical labor, knew their trade, knew their stuff. But in a nuclear power world, you had to walk around and document everything that was wrong. So if you took 2 steps up the staircase instead of 1, you had to document that. That was a foul, a penalty. Or if you saw water leaking somewhere, if you saw anything wrong, you had to document it. And we had a chance to go present to senior management every so often about our system. And they would drill you about what's going on. And I love those moments. You got to talk about your system. You got to prepare a presentation. You got to tell the story of your system, and I love that. That's where I realized, hey, I love the business development. I love the product. I love being the forward face and being the voice of a thing. At that moment in my life, it was the engineer role. Did that for a couple of years and then transitioned into a sales engineer role where I worked for a small entrepreneurial group inside of a bigger Belgium company. My job was to take a product, an engineered product, to market. So that was my first ever forte in, okay, I've got this product. I've got a factory behind us who can make the product. Now I got to go sell it to somebody. So I had to identify the avatar, the location, the value proposition, all of that stuff, and then go sell it and convert into business. And so I love that. And that was my early job, which was like, hey, this is kind of entrepreneurial. It was a great early experience.